If you're waiting for the right time, it's now. Good morning, young faces. Welcome to the brand new day. I am Ashwini ma'am and I teach biology. Let's have a glimpse of what we have covered in class 7. A tissue is defined as a group of similar cells which perform a specific function. Plant tissues are basically classified into two types: meristematic tissue, permanent or non dividing tissue. Meristematic tissue is again divided into apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Supportive tissue in plants is further classified into three major types: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. All plants have a vascular system composed of xylem and phloem. Xylem transports water and minerals absorbed by roots. Phloem provides a passage for the bidirectional transport of food. The four major groups of animal tissues are epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue is further of four types: squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium. Supportive connective tissue consists of cartilage and bone. Fibrous connective tissue includes areolar tissue, which binds the skin, adipose tissue, which is filled with fat, tendon, which connects muscles to bone, ligament, which connects bone to bone. Fluid connective tissue consists of blood, lymph. The liquid part of a blood is plasma, and cellular parts include red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles, and platelets. Three kinds of muscles are striated or skeletal muscle, unstriated or smooth muscle, and cardiac muscle. A nerve cell is formed of a cell body called cyton, long elongated hair-like extension called the dendrites. The longest dendrite is axon. Second chapter is classification of plants. Classification means grouping things together on the basis of certain common features. The classification helps us to identify the living organisms and study them more easily and systematically. The plants can be classified as follows: non-flowering plants or cryptogams, flowering plants or phanerogams. The non-flowering plants can be further classified as thallophytes, which do not bear roots, stems, or leaves; bryophytes, which have stems and leaves but no roots, rather they have a thread-like rhizoids; pteridophytes, example is a fern. The flowering plants can be further classified into gymnosperms, the flowering plants that bear seeds but no fruits; angiosperms, the female part of the angiosperm plant is called the ovary. The self-nourishing living beings called autotrophs. Those nourishing on autotrophs are called heterotrophs. The animals can move from one place to another in search of food and shelter is called locomotion. Invertebrates can be classified into porifera, coelenterata, platyhelminthes, nemathelminthes, annelida, arthropoda, molluscans, and echinodermata. The vertebrates can be classified into fishes, amphibia, reptilia, aves, mammalia. The process of preparing or synthesizing food using water from the soil and carbon dioxide from air together with the chlorophyll and sunlight is referred as a photosynthesis. And photosynthesis occurs in the mesophyll cells of the leaf. These cells contain numerous plastids called chloroplast. On the lower surface of the leaf, there are numerous pores called stomata. These openings are guarded by a pair of guard cells. Aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. The energy released during respiration is stored as a chemical energy in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. The substances which should be excreted are urea, uric acid, bile pigments, extra salt such as sodium, water. Excretory organs are skin, lung, liver, kidney. The main function of a skin is to cool the body. Liver converts toxic ammonia into less toxic urea and eliminates cholesterol and bile pigments. The kidneys are situated towards the back of the abdomen. The ureters run from the kidney to the urinary bladder, and urethra runs from urinary bladder to the exterior. The amount of urine produced by the glomerular filtrate after reabsorption per day is 1.2 liter. Nervous coordination is brought about by the nervous system, which is made up of brain, spinal cord, nerves and the sense organs. The nervous system is made up of special cells called the neurons. The terminal branches of axon of one neuron lie very close to dendrite of another neuron. This point of contact is the synapse. There are three kinds of nerves as described: sensory nerve, motor nerve and mixed nerve. The nervous system of human beings consists of central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, autonomic nervous system. The brain has three main parts: cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. Spinal cord controls reflexes below the neck. Allergies are a number of conditions caused by hypersensitivity of the immune system. These diseases include hay fever, asthma. The substances that cause allergies are called allergens. Dust particles, nuts and pollen grains are the few examples. Skin prick test and blood testing are generally done to diagnose allergy. Here we come to the end of bridge course of class 7. In the next class, let's start with the actual 8th standard syllabus. Thank you everyone. Stay safe and stay fit.